On today's episode of Parker's Reefs, I've managed to sneak my camera in somewhere pretty special. We're going to get to have an exclusive look at Ali's incredible collection of corals. Hey all, I just got back from taking a bunch of photos at my good friend Ali's tank and I couldn't help but sneak my phone in, get a little bit of footage so I could share it with you guys. Ali himself was fairly shy, didn't want to be on camera, so I figured we'd get at least some footage of this tank. I'll do a little bit of talking about it, but the rest of the time I'll just let you guys sit back and enjoy it because there is some absolutely cracking pieces in this tank. So enough from me, let's roll the footage. Alright, so this is the tank itself. The tank itself is actually a water box set up, and Ali just has got to the point where he's rebuilding it. He had a horrible instance whereby using some fluconazole medication, he actually wiped out a huge percentage of this tank. Ali was telling me approximately 30 to 40% of his corals in this tank, as well as a few fish, unfortunately bit the dust. And when you have a look at the range and quality of corals that Ali's got, you can only imagine how devastating that must have been. He's got some absolutely cracking gems just along the front of the tank here, which I can't help but zoom in a little bit on that rainbow chalice, because it is one of the best rainbow chalices, if not the best rainbow chalice I've ever seen. It's also got some absolutely exquisite other pieces here, including an incredible acan collection. Some of the colors on these guys are absolutely off the charts. I've got some photos from the top down, which I'll show you soon, which really highlight the beauty in these corals. Not forgetting that he's also got some incredible SPS. He's also got these wonderful, just absolutely mind-blowing rock flower anemones, which have got the most striking range of colors. And once again, I've got some top-down shots of those, which I'll show you. This hammer here, while it hasn't come up all that spectacular on the phone camera here, when we get some top-down shots of that a bit later, you can start to see some of the true colors. And then once we pan, you can see a beautiful mini maxi there, some of the rock flower anemones, see some SPS frags just coming back. Ali's at the point where he's just putting SPS back into this tank now that it's stabilized again. You can also see something as simple as green star polyps down there, absolutely popping. The brightest green star polyps I have ever seen. A beautiful, absolutely sparkle, what are they called, glittergonies, that's the word I'm chasing. But also hiding down in the corner here is one of the best shroom collections I've ever seen, including a range of bouncers. There's Deadpools in there, there's Interstellars, there's some Florida Ricks, there's a few different forest fires. Just an absolutely crazy collection there, as well as some really nice zoas. You can see some wicked anemones here. This frosted rose bubble tip in the corner is one that has actually been an offspring from my tank. You can also see a crazy color, this one here, this speckled deshi, which Ali tells me I did get there fairly early today, so the lights had only been on for an hour. Ali tells me that is his favorite piece in the tank, and I can see why. But check out that forest fire nem there, absolutely off the charts. Beautiful orange, and what I didn't realize is also that orange Florida Rick there does have a blue one on the other side. But check out this bounce down here, the beautiful different colored bounces on it. We've got the ones with orange bounces in the back, and then that green and blue and teal bounce in there. Absolutely crazy. Then over the back there's the teal base with a orange bounce. Anyway, at this point you've probably heard enough of me talk about this tank. The corals are absolutely speaking for themselves, so I might just go quiet for a second. One thing I will promise you though, Ali would not let me leave without getting a bit of footage of the tank on blue LEDs only, so that is to come. And I'll also just give you a quick run through some of the equipment and filtration items that he runs, so we won't miss out on that either. But I'm going to zip quiet, let you guys soak in these corals, and yeah, enjoy. And yeah, as promised, I wouldn't get away from the incredible striking colors of this tank without getting some footage of blue LEDs only. So if you're a blue LED kind of person, enjoy. If you're not, maybe just stick out the next minute or two, because I honestly say that it is worth watching. So you're on KH Guardian, Versa Return, Kamoa Dosing, Nios Skimmer. Got a little chamber of some media back there. A little Paxsun algae reactor. There's a Teco chiller. Some Gaias, obviously. And Ali has recently added a geocalcium reactor, which he says has seen some huge improvements over the dosing that he was doing before. And of course, to light it all up is the beautiful ATI hybrid, running a combination of blue, purples, and a little bit of white. All right, guys, there you have it. That is Ali's incredible tank with an absolutely exquisite collection of some fairly rarely seen corals and pieces here in Australia. So it was an absolute pleasure to go to Ali's and see his tank, get some photographs and be able to take this video with you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions for both myself and or Ali, pop them in the comments section down below. And as always, guys, if you have not already, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel. It won't cost you anything, but it will help me in this YouTube venture. It'll also make sure you won't miss out on any future videos on the channel. So that's all I got time for, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time, keep reefing.